We are going to get started in a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like to you, sitting on the earth, or maybe sitting on a blanket, a pillow, a block, because sometimes lifting our hips up above our knees feels better. So wherever you go, you might be crisscross applesauce. Maybe you can't cross your legs, so maybe your legs go out in front. Maybe your knees just sort of fall to the side. It doesn't matter what your comfortable seat looks like. All that matters is that you sit up nice and tall. The crown of your head reaches for the sky, and your shoulders slip away from your ears. And I just want you to begin to settle into your practice. Even with no music to start, to just begin to shift gears. Our yoga practice at home sometimes can be challenging and difficult because we have so many distractions around us. I want you to notice the surroundings that you have. Whether you're alone, with family, friends, dogs, children, being grateful wherever you are. With a roof over your head, a warm space. Just pausing here in a moment of gratitude, a moment of pause, to recognize all of the blessings that you have. Maybe you even close your eyes in this moment, tuning inward, noticing how you feel. Take a full deep inhale in through your nose. Full deep exhale out through your nose. Again, nice and slow. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more intentional, slow, deep inhale in. And an even deeper exhale out. Noticing how you feel when you tune into that breath. And recognizing that you are a priority. I want you to repeat to yourself, my joy is a priority. I am a priority. Again, my joy is a priority. I am a priority. Take another full deep inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Drop your chin to your chest. Notice if you began to round out through the shoulders, began to slouch. So sit up tall, but pull that chin to your chest, stretching out that upper spine, lengthening through the entire spine. Breathe here. Releasing that tension in the neck that we've built up throughout our workouts all week. Now drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Maybe your eyes are still closed. Really tuning into the body. I want you to send your breath to that left side of your neck. So a full deep inhale in and a full deep exhale out. Maybe you want to deepen this. So you take your left fingertips to the earth. Again, send that breath to the left side of the neck. And when we breathe in yoga, you're breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. So it's a little bit different than your typical workout breath where we breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. I want you to intentionally think, breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the nose. Bring that chin back to center, chin to chest. Sit up taller. Notice if you're slouching, pull those shoulders back. Take your left ear to your left shoulder. Take your right fingertips to the earth if you want to deepen this. You'll feel that through the right side of the neck. Breathe into that neck. Today we are going to honor our body. If you're just popping on now, today's class will be super gentle. A wonderful stretch to let go of the tension we've been holding all week. An opportunity to make ourselves a priority, to tune into our body, to offer ourselves some joy. Bring that chin back to center, chin to chest. Right ear, right shoulder. We will slowly roll through. So chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder. Chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder. I want you to keep going nice and slow, but honoring your own body. So if one side really needs a little more attention than the other, pause right there and breathe into it. Or you do continue to find that movement and roll through. Allowing yourself this time to take care of your body, to give it exactly what it needs. And coming back to that intention from a few minutes ago, I am a priority. My joy is a priority. If I neglect my joy, it affects others. Good. Come back to center. Scrunch your shoulders up to your ears. Slide them down your back. Again, scrunch them up. Slide them down. Do that 3 more times. If you did Jeff Spoon's upper body workout this morning, this feels very nice. My shoulders were on fire. Reach your arms up to the sky. Breathe in. Stretch tall. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, release your right hand to the mat. Reach your left arm over toward the side. But I don't want a lazy arm here. Extend through the fingertips. Even spread all 5 fingers wide, activating the muscles in your forearms, your wrists. Trying to root down through that left hip. So sometimes when we lean over and we feel the stretch through the side body, we begin to lift up through that left hip. Really root down. Extend through those fingertips and breathe. One long line of energy, breathing space into that side. Full deep inhale in. Exhale, release. Good, come back to center, reach tall, breathe in. Exhale, release your left hand to the mat. Reach your right arm over, extending through that arm, spreading all 5 fingers wide. So the intention today of being a priority, I was thinking about this this week especially, but really last night, because we get to this point where it's hard to fit everything in, right? We have families to take care of, we have work, we have school, whatever obligations you might have in your life, and we forget that we are a priority. And if we don't take care of ourselves, it does affect others. Go ahead, reach tall, breathe in. Let's switch again. So right hand to the earth, left arm extends over. And being week 1, and after a break week and after some holidays, it was hard to fit all the workouts in for myself. And I'm pretty disciplined and dedicated. I was feeling guilty, like I was neglecting other areas of my life. But in order to give other people and other places a better you, you have to take away time to make yourself a priority. Come back to center, reach tall, breathe in, switch. So it's so important this week, if you were feeling like you didn't know how to fit it all in, if you felt like the fact that you were trying to add in meal prep and workouts to your schedule, and it just was maybe taking away from other areas of your life, it's okay. You're going to find that routine. You deserve to make yourself a priority. Good. Come back to center. We'll reach tall, and we're going to twist. So take an inhale in. On your exhale, twist to the right. Left hand to your left knee. Right hand comes behind the back, just touching the earth, but sitting up tall. So notice if you're rounding. If you have the space and it feels okay on your neck, take your gaze over your right shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, full deep breath in. Exhale, release. We'll come back to center. Reaching tall, breathe in. Exhale, twist the other way. Right hand comes to that left knee. And again, if you're not crisscross applesauce, that's okay. So we can modify here. Same motion, just doesn't look exactly the same. And breathing here, focusing back in on that breath. Good. Come back to center. I want you to extend both legs long if you can. If you can't, I'll offer a few modifications. You can bend your knees, but we'll add to those. Reach tall, breathe in. Exhale, we're going to fold, reach for our toes. Some of us have the flexibility to reach our toes with straight legs. If you don't have that flexibility, bend your knees, maybe you reach your toes. And if even all of that, like you're right here, can't go any further, use that t-shirt, that strap, that leash to make a connection so that you can still get that motion of folding in half, lengthening also through the spine and the legs at the same time. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale, release. Wherever you are. Now, I have the flexibility to keep my legs straight and fold over, but that causes aggravation in my lower back. So a lot of the times I like to modify bending my knees. The fullest expression of our yoga poses are not always what our body needs. So it's really important to turn in. It is, you have to sleep sometimes too. Really tune into the body and give it what it needs. I want you to rise up wherever you are, sitting up nice and tall. Pull those shoulders back again. Breathe in, reach tall, inhaling, exhaling, folding, reaching for those toes again, wherever you are. Sometimes it feels nice to round out through the shoulders and pull your forehead toward your knee. Sometimes it feels nice to keep that long spine. So really finding what feels good and making this your practice. Yoga is called a practice for a reason. Every time we show up on our mat, it is just that, a practice. Rising back up with the upper body, left leg stays long, right foot comes to the inside of that left thigh. That might be too much on your right hip, so we take a block or, Kelly, yay, a blanket or something below that right knee so that it lifts it up a little bit. Because gravity is doing the work to open up our hip. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, fold, reach for your toes. Congratulations, Kelly, I'm proud of you. Is Ash with you, Christy? And again, here you can bend your knee, you can wrap your hands around your feet or wrap a strap around your feet. Doesn't matter, whatever works for your practice today. Super gentle, honoring our bodies, giving it exactly what we need. Rise up, let's switch sides. So this time the right leg goes long, so the left foot comes inside of that thigh. Maybe you use something underneath that left knee so that that hip is not opening up so much. Inhale, sit up tall, reach tall. Exhale, fold. I imagine it's tough being 4. So you're probably feeling a little bit of discomfort in the back side of that right leg. This is stretching out your hamstrings, your hips. So where we feel that discomfort, we send our breath. Really think about that breath, that inhale, going to that spot, breathing in, and on the exhale, thinking about releasing that tension. Stay focused on those deep inhales and deep exhales. Let's do that again. Full deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good. Slowly rise up. Now the soles of the feet touch and both knees fall wide. Sitting up tall, notice if you round out through your spine. Again, if this is too much on your hips, so it's a hip opening pose, gravity is doing the work by pulling your knees down. If it's too much, place something under those knees. Staying right here, maybe taking your hands to your ankles, sit up nice and tall. Feeling as if there's a string pulling your head closer toward the sky. Maybe staying here, slowly beginning to hinge forward. Pressing those forearms into the shins, so deepening the stretch by opening up those hips more. You'll feel this in the inner thighs as well. Maybe folding even deeper, wrapping hands around toes, maybe making a connection between head and toe. So only going to where your body needs. And breathing there. Full deep inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rising up. We're going to make our way to a tabletop position. So stacking your shoulders over your wrists, stacking your hips over your knees. If you have bad knees, that blanket or your towel will come in handy, placing that below your knees. Spreading all 10 fingers wide. Feeling strong, feeling a foundation here. Hey, Megan. So really thinking about a flat back, a nice long spine, your head and tail pulling in opposite directions. We're gonna find cow pose. So we drop the belly, open up through the chest, tailbone reaches for the sky. Feeling this in the lower back, feeling this throughout the spine, breathing space into that back. So take a full deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. One more deep breath in. On your exhale, round out through your back. Find cat back, pressing into the palms, spreading the shoulder blades apart, tucking that tail, breathing here. And then we will flow through with our breath, adding this to be a moving meditation. So we inhale, drop the belly, find our cow. We exhale, round out through the spine, find our cat. Inhale, find your cow. Exhale, find your cat. Moving with your own breath. Maybe beginning to find subtle other movements that feel good. So sometimes I bend through my elbows, deepening these postures, or sway through my hips. Sometimes I pause in one position or another, just moving with my breath. I encourage you to close your eyes and truly find what feels good. One more round of each. Coming back to center, ensuring that those shoulders are stacked above your wrists. Send your right leg long, but keep your right toes on the earth. So pushing into the ball of that right foot, extending that heel toward the back of the room. Beginning to feel this through your right calf. Breathing space into that right leg. Really thinking about pushing that heel closer to the wall behind you. Breathe here. While we're staying in this position, checking back in with our intention. I am a priority. My joy is a priority. If I neglect my own joy, it affects others. I am a priority. Pull that right leg back in, releasing your right knee to your blanket or to your mat. Switch sides, left leg goes long. Pressing into the ball of that left foot. Pushing that left heel toward the back of the room. Breathing here, sending your breath to that tight calf muscle. One more full breath here. Let it go. Bring that left knee back in. We will find our first downward facing dog. Pressing into the palms, curling the toes under, reaching the hips up to the sky. I like to start with a gentle bend in my knees early on in my practice.
releasing that tension in the lower back. Your feet are about hip distance apart, so enough to fit 2 fists. You're pressing into the palms, bringing your chest closer toward your thighs. This is actually a resting pose, it's said to be in yoga, but it is an intense pose, especially if you're not used to it. Put a deep bend in the left knee. Now push your right heel toward the mat. Breathe into that right leg. Send your full deep inhale in there. And on your exhale, release that tension in that leg. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath here. Let it go. Switch. Bend your right knee. Push your left heel toward the mat. Send your breath into that left leg. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Breathe in. Release that tension. One more full breath here. Now pedal it out. Bend through one knee and then the other. So for many of us, this might be a lot on our wrists. Our wrists aren't strong. We're not used to being on our wrists, so even push-ups and planks and mountain climbers cause a lot of tension in our wrists. Yoga will strengthen those wrists. Stick with it. Drop down onto your knees. Find a couple cat-cows. Good. Find your downward facing dog again. This time, slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands. We're gonna find ragdoll. I like to widen my stance, taking my feet to the outer edges of my mat, or wider than my hips. Grab opposite elbows with opposite hands. If you can't make a connection like that, you can use a strap to connect your hands. Just allowing yourself to fold in half. I like to keep a gentle bend in my knees to release that lower back tension. Many of us like to keep straight legs to release the hamstrings. Gently shake your head, yes. Gently shake your head, no. Slowly begin to rock from side to side, if that feels good. Always honoring the body and finding what feels good. Release the hands. Bring the feet back to hip distance. Bend your knees, allow your belly to rest on your thighs. Slowly roll up to stand, one vertebrae at a time. And then just shake it all out. Notice how you feel, maybe moving those arms or those legs. Recognizing and honoring how the body feels. We are going to find one of our foundational standing poses, Warrior One. We're gonna start with the right leg stepping forward. So right toes track forward. Your left foot is going to be off at an angle. Thinking of a clock, pointing it at 10 or 11 o'clock, depending on what feels good on your hips. So you can shorten this stance, especially if it's new, or you can deepen it. I want you to think about pulling your right hip back, pulling your left hip forward, keeping those hips square to the front of the room, and reaching those arms high. If your shoulders are too tired today or too tight, coming to cactus is a great option, or coming to prayer. I often take cactus in classes because it opens up your chest. So we spend so much of our lives rounding out. Computer, car, phone. If we open up through that chest, pulling those elbows back, we can begin to counterbalance that. So just find what feels good for you. This is Warrior One. And again, you can shorten your stance. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's a practice. Or you can deepen your stance. From here, we're going to find Warrior Two. Take your hands to heart center. Begin to peel that left leg, left hip open. So left foot is parallel with the short end of your mat. Your right toes continue to track forward and arms extend out. If that's too much, again, shorten your stance. If you want more, take those feet further apart. If your arms are tired, again, you can flip your palms and bend your elbows, which allows you to slide those shoulders down your back. Looking down at that right knee, noticing if it's caving in, coming toward the big toe. We want to think about peeling it open, taking it toward our pinky toe. You can gaze over your right hand, right over that middle finger, or if you prefer, looking straight out in front of your chest. Your choice, finding what feels good. Good. Let's switch sides. So we're just going to go to Warrior One on the left. Just learning a couple foundational standing poses. So left leg, left toes track forward. Right foot is off at an angle, pointing at 1 or 2 o'clock and doing whatever we wanted with those arms, right? Thinking about squaring our hips to the front of the mat, pulling that left hip back, pulling that right hip forward. Often they want to go toward the side, but also recognizing that we are all unique. We don't have the same bodies, the same anatomy. So your Warrior One may look very different than mine. And I can't see you, so you have to check in with your body. We don't want to feel any pain. A little discomfort or tightness early on in your yoga practice, it's okay, but really listen to your body. We're gonna find Warrior Two on this side. Hands to heart center. Peel that right hip open. Right foot's parallel with the short end of your mat. Arms extend out, or if they're tired, flip the palms, bend your elbows. Maybe gazing over the center of that left hand, or taking your gaze straight out in front of your chest. If it's too much, pull your feet closer together. If you want a little more in that left thigh, extend the space between the feet. Looking down at that left knee, noticing if it's caving in, thinking about peeling it open, taking it toward the pinky toe. Breathe. Beautiful. Come back to center, just find a standing pose, shake it all out. Especially if yoga is new to you, that might be a lot. We're going to do a couple balancing postures, well, one on each side. I have a chair here handy. Maybe you have a wall. Maybe you don't need anything if you're pretty balanced. We are going to try tree pose. So I'm going to root down through my left foot. My right foot comes as a kickstand, resting right here on the earth. Maybe this is enough to challenge your balance. Maybe it's too much, so you use a chair. Maybe you have a little extra balance and you take that right foot to your calf, staying here. Or maybe you take it to your thigh and you have balance there. I just don't want you resting on your knee because that is not safe for your knee joint. So wherever you are, pause, tune back into that breath. So take a full deep inhale in, exhale, let it go. Maybe you feel balance and you choose to grow your branches. Our balancing postures are meant to ground us through our practice. It's a reminder that if we root down in our lives and we focus, we can rise up, we can grow. By joining E2M, you've already made a choice to grow. Why are you here? What is your foundational reason? Stay focused. Root down and grow. If you lose your balance, just root down, rise again. Go ahead and release that leg. We're gonna roll out that other ankle. So maybe your ankles are a little weak and wobbly. Eventually those will get stronger as well. Switch sides. Root down through that right foot. Maybe you have your kickstand. Maybe this is enough and you stay right here. Maybe you come up to your thigh or your calf. Maybe you grow. Maybe you stay where you are using a wall or a chair. All that matters is that you show up each and every time to your practice. Trying to find that balance, trying to find a hazy gaze, so an unmoving object in front of you. If you are a seasoned yogi, maybe you dance in the wind. Maybe you walk your gaze up to the sky. And maybe you close your eyes and challenge your balance in the dark. Which is also a friendly reminder that darkness and storms come into our lives, right? They blow in, and then those moments blow out. Sometimes they knock us off our balance, they knock us off our feet, but all we need to do is root down and rise again. Go ahead and release that and roll out your ankle. If you found that very challenging, just keep trying. Each time you try tree pose, you will find that you're more and more balanced, but there are days when you show up on your mat and you're not balanced at all, and that's okay. Coming back to standing, let's reach tall. Inhale. Right hand grabs left wrist, take both hands to the right. Breathe. Feeling this through the side body. Back to center, reach tall, switch sides. Beautiful. Reach tall. We are going to fold and reach for our toes. Now, if we can't reach the earth and reach our toes, bring the earth closer to you, grab those paper towels, grab your prop. Wherever you are, just allowing yourself to release, letting go. And then just find a seat. So maybe that is crisscross applesauce. Maybe that is sitting on your bottom. So my computer froze, so I'm hoping I'm not frozen. Wherever you are, I want you to get back into those neck circles again real quick. So dropping your chin to chest, and then right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder. Okay, good. Thank you guys for letting me know. Keep going, chin to chest. Take it to the other side. Just a couple more rounds of this, letting go of that tension in the upper body. And then come back to center. We are going to make our way down onto our backs. I'm going to use my core to get there. You can just lay right down if you want to. If you want to use your core and work a little bit, extend the legs long, reach your arms out, pull your belly button to your spine. Slowly lower down for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little massage. So rocking from side to side. Releasing the tension in that lower back. We are going to find happy baby. So a few options here. You can take peace fingers around big toes, pulling your knees toward your armpits. You can grab the inside or outside of your feet. If you cannot get anywhere near any of that, this is where your prop comes in handy, wrapping it around the balls of your feet, which allows you to begin to pull your knees in the direction they want to go for this posture. So, using whatever you have laying around the house to make it a little more accessible. If your lower back is connected to the earth in your happy baby, you can begin to rock from side to side. I like to play around with extending through one leg or another. And then let's hug our right knee into our chest. Left leg goes long, let it rest on the earth. Really hug that right knee in, and then take it over the body toward the left side. Rooting down through both shoulders, so not allowing that right shoulder to lift up. Take your gaze over toward the right. You can deepen this stretch by taking your left hand to your right knee. Maybe you close your eyes. Staying focused on those inhales and exhales, and pausing here again to use this moment to check back in with that intention that I set for you today. I am a priority. My joy is a priority. If I neglect my own joy, it affects others. I am a priority. Coming back to center. Hug that right knee in, and then begin to switch sides. So taking your time, moving slow. Right leg goes long, rested on the earth. Begin to hug that left knee in, and then take that left leg over toward the right. Root down through that left shoulder. Gaze off to that side. Maybe close your eyes. Take a full deep breath here. Let it go. So today's class was gentle, a little bit of work, but each week, if you're new, I'll build upon this. Some weeks we'll do like a gentle bedtime yoga, but we will begin to get into some vinyasa flows. We will do some sun salutations. So each week will be a little bit different, and we will build upon the foundations that you learned today. Come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Bring your chin to your chest. Squeeze everything, toes, face, fingers, nose, wrapping those hands around your shins. Squeeze everything as tight as possible for 3. Squeeze tighter. 2, 1. Releasing down to Shavasana, corpse pose, so arms and legs go long. Untuck your shoulders. Close your eyes. Sometimes Shavasana is a hard pose to do at home because of distractions. Maybe you've got a dog or a child laying on you. But allowing that to be part of the pose, allowing yourself to enjoy whatever you are surrounded with. Take a full deep inhale in through your nose. Open your mouth side out. Staying right here for just a few breaths. Softening through your forehead. Relaxing through the apples of your cheeks. Releasing your shoulders into the mat. Feeling the rise and fall of your belly with each breath. Allowing your arms to feel heavier and heavier, sinking deeper and deeper into the mat. Feeling your heartbeat in each and every fingertip. Allowing your hips to sink deeper and deeper into the mat as the flesh of your thighs falls away from your bone. Softening through your kneecaps, calves and shins. Allowing your heels to sink into the mat. And feeling your heartbeat in each and every toe. I am a priority. My joy is a priority. When I neglect my own joy, it affects others. Take a full deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth side out. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Roll out your wrists and roll out your ankles. I want you to roll over onto your left or right side. So finding the fetal position. Maybe resting an arm below your head, pausing right here. So our fetal position is an opportunity to start fresh. It's a new beginning, a rebirth. Maybe detox week was super hard for you and you really struggled this week. This week is behind you. Everything before this moment is in the past, and you can leave it right there. Every moment of every day is an opportunity to start fresh. And you deserve this. Rise up, find a comfortable seat. Pausing for a moment with your hands in heart center. Maybe eyes closed or they remain open. And setting an intention, either checking in with the intention that I set before you, or setting your own intention to take with you into week 2. A single word or a short phrase. Maybe it is priority. Maybe it's kindness, calmness. Maybe it's peace, love, clarity. Set your intention and take it with you for the next week. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Namaste.